Yeah, my name is Ryan Hartman. I am the VP of Events and Media at Penny Arcade.
I'm Dabe, and I'm a senior designer at Penny Arcade.
Awesome.
And I'm also Dinar Blitzen on Acquisitions Incorporated, the C-Team.
Famous Dragon
Famous.
Warner.
So, you want to sign anything?
Yeah. Do you have any photos of
pictures,
Ryan?
yeah.
Right on. Or what? Do you not have a character?
I don't have a character.
Yeah, what's your deal?
I'm too boring. No, I don't know what it is.
That's
I'm not famous enough yet. I'll get there one day.
Okay. Life goals. Life goals.
Exactly. Number one on the list.
All right. Well, tell us about the book, guys.
Yeah, so this is our very first official D&D manual. So it came together in partnership with WotC. It's really exciting because this is the first third-party IP book they've done, like with an outside entity. We were putting it together with them. It's all obviously based on all our Acquisitions Incorporated IP. It's something we've been working on for a very long time. And yeah, it's great to see it out in the wild. It's great to see it out like in fans' hands and seeing everyone enjoy it.
Yeah, people are very, very excited. We have so much positive feedback from it. It's really great hearing people running a campaign for the first time using this module that's in the book. It's fantastic. You know, I have 10 years of content that's built up, so it's a nice like kind of collection, but it's still a standalone entity, which is awesome.
Right on, right on. So I guess so. In the book, it's not just a module, though. There's more to it. There's a lot more to it, correct?
Oh, absolutely. There is there's a new race. There's a bunch of new things that we added. So the great thing about Acquisitions Inc. for the uninitiated is that it's very lighthearted. It's not super serious.
Very satirical.
Very satirical, and it leans heavy on like the absurdity of like corporate culture, but in a fantasy setting, which is something a lot of people understand. So it sets itself up as a nice intro to the game. I always talk to WotC. We always try to position ourselves as like the tutorial level to get into to D&D.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the book comes with all the things you need to do to set up your first franchise or sub-franchise of AI, hire your employees, give them player roles or jobs, and then it has that module. We have the new race and then the new spells as well.
Yep.
So
nice.
altogether, pretty good package for like anyone, even if they're not necessarily an AI.
Yeah, and the adventures 1 through 6.
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Early
That's not bad.
adventure. Yeah.
It's set up kind of like an origin story, so it's actually a really good like first entry into the D&D.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, do you have a lot of the Acquisitions Incorporated characters as you have like stats on them so that they can include them in the?
Yeah. You got your own page. But yeah, every like major character.
Right?
201.
201.
Come
Okay,
on.
my bad.
So every major character that's shown up in the AI lore is like pretty much addressed here. A lot of the folks we've had at the table
have
their own
character sheets
pages.
for a lot of those too.
Yeah.
Jim Dark Magic.
Yeah,
Nice.
Omen, all the C-Team players, a lot of the famous NPCs that have cropped up for the last 10 years.
Yep.
There's a lot of deep lore if that's your thing. If you're super familiar with AI, you'll get it there. If you don't know anything about AI, it's still positioned to be the intro, the tutorial level, to get you.
The people that are fans will recognize the NPC names,
Right.
and they'll say, "Oh, I'm talking to Flabbergast" or something like that.
Gotcha.
But if you don't know who that is, it's some NPC named Flabbergast, and that's all right.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a funny name.
It's a good name.
How much? I mean, I know Jerry and Gabe are well, I guess Jerry and Mike. Sorry,
No, it's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll
mixing
tell 'em you said
my
that.
alter
Yeah.
egos. Are super busy these days. But how much? I can't imagine that Jerry at least didn't like dig into this in some way.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you see the cover,
It's funny. All right, we'll start it again.
no, we're not.
Ready?
No.
So how involved were Mike and Jerry in the process of the book?
We can't do it anymore.
Oh man, they were so involved.
I know, they're so involved.
They were all over.
They did.
Their hand.
Look at the front and the back of the names are on it.
Yeah, their fingerprints all over that book.
Yeah.
Their sticky little
It's
fingers.
Penny Arcade, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
No, we had a whole bunch of contributing artists. We have like, including fans, right?
Yeah.
Because we had like Nurse in there and everything.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So
Oh, nice.
Fans, but if you notice on the cover, that's very like Mike Krahulik, Penny Arcade art style. But the very next page is the high fantasy style painterly that you would normally see in a D&D book. So having
that's
both of those
awesome.
in there is like a good contrast. I think is important to kind of keeping the vibe of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah, Mike art directed and approved a lot of what art he didn't do. He art directed and approved the other art with Kiko. And then on an editorial level, Jerry did a lot of writing for the book, a lot of editing for the writers who contributed on the book, and really, his voice is all over it. But yeah, in a approval executive level, they were super involved in that.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Jerry, he put a lot into that book for sure. And, when we were hearing feedback from him for the first time, like after the first week of launch, he got teary-eyed. Yeah. You could tell that he put a lot of himself in it.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, has there been any thought about miniatures? I know there's going to be some miniatures in the Clank game that's coming out.
There's going to be a lot of miniatures in Clank.
We have Jim, Omen, Viari, and Regain as miniatures currently.
And that's it.
And that's all that we'll ever.
Those are the only characters ever.
Those are the only characters that exist, I think.
Yeah.
Have you thought about talking to like Gale Force 9? Because I know they did the what's the group that Joe Manganiello runs?
The Gray?
Yeah,
Gray?
they did a set for them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if we've reached out. I mean, I'm sure
we
that
have. We've had these conversations, yeah. It might be something down in the pipeline. In the short term, though, the miniatures that are coming with Clank are phenomenal. They did such a crazy job.
Imagine if there were CT miniatures at some point. Wouldn't that be rad?
Who can even say? Who could say?
Well,
I
awesome.
Could say. I do say.
So I know the book's only been out a month. What's the response been?
Amazing.
For sure.
On track to outsell the Bible.
Yeah.
No, it's been great. The fan reception has been phenomenal. We're getting tweets and comments and everything all the time. I know internally at WotC they loved it because essentially what we did when we were producing this is like we made a book and then delivered it to them.
Will you print this book for us?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then they went through with the editing stuff like, hey, here we have to change a handful of stuff. But thankfully, because Alyssa had worked there before, she knew anticipated a lot of what was going to come. So we gave them like an 80% ready, and then there was not a ton of like going back and forth with the final editorial pushes, and it was great. They were great to work with, and they were super helpful and supportive, and I know they love it, and it's been selling really well.
Yeah, numbers are great. As I've been selling it here at the show, doing a lot of, hey, what is acting, what is PA, and as soon as I get into the whole like dark comedy, satirical office, exactly. I get that smile on the face, and they understand. And I've had plenty of people just pick it up without ever hearing of it before. So
Excellent. Yeah. So this goes up from 1 through 6, right? Any thoughts on a sequel that goes a little higher level?
I mean, be lying if we haven't talked about it, but it's super. We're still
we're riding this wave still, right?
We're wallowing in our own crapulence at the moment. Yeah.
Human people say.
So, I mean, it's a conversation we have to have with WotC for sure.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm sure Jerry has the second book written.
Oh yeah, we've got like 10.
Exactly.
In the hopper, ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years of content. We have a lot of backstory and characters, so.
Knowing Jerry, he's probably already written a whole new rules system. Yeah, so.
He probably is writing it right now.
Yeah.
He's, somewhere his ears are doing the ringing thing,
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you talking with us.